All right. Hey, welcome to the artwork class, right? I'm going to show a couple of designs that we're going to work with here. So I'm just going to hit open and I'm going to do like this. I'm just going to hit my space bar so it stays on my screen so you can see it, right? So we're going to use this emblem and we're going to use it like, say, about a 2-inch design. So what I want you to kind of think about as we build this thing is whatever your jobs are is going to decide or determine how many different images we can get on one gang sheet. Because this gang sheet, it's pretty standard. It's pretty, I guess, realistic, and it's got a lot of things on it. For right now, though, we're going to focus on a gang sheet. So there's one. I'm gonna hit my down arrow here, right? And here's another design here. And all these designs were created in Affinity Photo, by the way. We put the words in there. If you notice, this word goes underneath this foot and above and over this part of the image. How do we do that? It's the magic of layers. Look at that, man. Like, is that cool or what? Here's a bulldog. Maybe you got you're doing some work for some for a team, right? School, and we're gonna make this little guy like 1.25 inches by 1.25 inches, right? Super small. Maybe you want to put it on a yoke, maybe you want to put it on a tag, something like that. If you have your logo, you can, if you say, well, I got 3 designs and I got some room left over, right? Well, make some small left chest size images of your own logo and add them to every order you print. And because if you do that, you'll have a nice little stack after not too long, right? So here's another cool one. And look at all the colors. We're all over the place, right? Purples and golds and oranges and blues and you name it. Doesn't matter, right? All these designs are going to be added to this image here. So I'm going to go to File menu and I'm going to come down to Place. And these are the designs that we're going to work with. Let's get this guy. There's tigers, right? I'm going to hit open here. So there's my tigers. Looking at my transform palette panel, it came in at 13.5 inches. Well, that's too big. I don't want it that big. I want this guy 10 inches, right? And as long as we have this little thing right here, if you notice in my panel here, if I click on that and you see this little bracket, that means those two things go together, and that's the width and the height. So it keeps it proportionate. So if I hit go 10, I hit my return key, he's 10 inches wide by 4 3/4 tall, right? So that's the size I'm looking for. So I'm gonna come down here and bring this image down to the bottom of my page, okay? Let's go ahead and add in some other images. So we have the artwork that's created. Let's take Derek's detailing stuff in here. So I'm gonna click on that and bring it in. Let's go ahead and let's make him 11 inches, okay? And I'm gonna hit the enter key. And now let's put him up here. So already we have 2 different designs coming on this same page. I'm gonna File menu. I'm gonna come down to Place again. Let's take a look. Cardinals. Yeah, Cardinals baseball with my mouse. And he comes in huge, okay? And he comes in huge because remember, when we create my artwork, we create this at 14 inches by 14 inches, okay? So what I want to do is just scale it down. You can see where we're starting to go, right? We're going to start moving all kinds of things around. We might have to rotate stuff to make them fit. But the more stuff you get in here with just enough room for you to put a scissors around, you'll be good. Just got to make sure we got a 1/4 inch all the way around, right? So here we go. File menu. Let's go ahead and place it. Hit open. Click my mouse. Comes in really big. But for this one, let's go ahead and make it 5 inches, right? Maybe it's, I don't know, something else. It needs to be 5 inches, whatever. The cool thing is it doesn't matter, right? We can make it whatever size we want. And what I like to do is, if you notice, I only got one of each right now, okay? And it depends. So looking at this, maybe we're going to have, I don't know, we're going to print 10 shirts and this guy's ordering nine shirts from us, right? This right here is for a small thing. Maybe they're only going to need 10, but maybe this guy might need 20 and some other things might need 50 or 60 images, like the little 1 inch or 1 1/4 inch images. The more of those you have on his page and you order 10 sheets and you get the idea, right? So you have to look at the art and look at how many, prints we're going to need. So, all right, I'm gonna just keep putting it in here. Some of the stuff that we're going to use, we're going to bring this guy in here. And we're going to use this on a hat, right? But what I want to do for my hat, we'll click on it, it's ginormous. So again, 14 inches. So I'm just going to kind of shrink it, get it to fit here on my page. And then now what I'm going to do is make it 2 inches. Or you know what? Why not? Let's make it 2 1/4 inches because we can do whatever we want, right? And what we're going to use that guy for is the hats on a 3/4 side, right? Not in the center, not a big piece, just that one little logo, that little emblem. That kind of thing. So go to File, Place, and let's do this guy here. And let's just go 1 1/4. Or this can be your logo, right? I'm going to come in here and just kind of put it up to my 1/4 inch mark. Now, I'm missing one more. So let's go ahead and File menu. Let's go to Place, right? Click the mouse. It comes in big, make it small, but I know that's going to be a left chest. And I want that one 3.5 because I already printed it out and 3.5 is okay on this. So always print your stuff out you will find that it helps tremendously get the accurate size. You might find it needs to go up a little bit smaller, you know, whatever it might be. Show you how I would duplicate that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this tigers on. I'm going to uncheck them. So look at my layers over here. See those little check boxes? If I click on that checkbox, this guy is gone. He's still in my document because I can always bring him back by clicking that little checkbox. Okay, so that's my preview icon on my layers. I'm going to get rid of, you know, that guy there. Let's just hide these. All we're doing is we're hiding this stuff, right? I'm going to hide this one. We'll hide the ocean, and we'll hide Johnson Electric too. So, so what I want to do is I want multiple bulldogs, right? So if I select it and I right click it and I come down to duplicate, okay? If you saw the screen, it kind of duplicated. So now there's 2 layers of that little bulldog and they're right on top of each other. I can move this guy over, right? Just like this. So now what I can do is I can select these 2, turn off this one. If you uncheck this one, it's real easy to do this and turn on just the 2 that you have. I can right click on it. I can merge visible. So now I'm going to click on it and just move it down. So now we have 4 of him. Nudge him over. So now I can right click on that one and I can duplicate it again and do like this. I can do it again, however many we need, right? So what I'm going to do now though, is that I know I'm coming down here and I'm seeing all this guy. I'm going to turn on my tigers because I don't want to do another row because you see we'd run into him, okay? So what we can do is that looks pretty good. Now just turn everything else on and see what we got and where we are, right? So I know like this guy, maybe I need a few more. So I'm going to right click on him, come over here, duplicate, and we'll just push him up, okay? Now this guy here, if I put 2 next to each other, right, let's do that. Let's go ahead and duplicate him, okay? So now when I did that, I come over here, I got, you know, just the 2. So if I come over here though, and I go to the corner, if I turn it, right, hold my shift key, I can proportion it, or not proportion, but I can lock it into a certain size. Whoops. If you don't let it go again, it'll go into angles, right? So 90 degrees, 45 degrees, that sort of thing. We can take this one here, do the same thing. There we go. And tuck him in. All right, so probably can't get 3 of them inside of here, but yeah, we can. We got all kind of room. No, we don't. We can run it into there. So what happens if we did it upside down? Because it doesn't matter which direction the artwork is, as long as we're not touching, right? So that we got that space there. And look at this. Now we're going to right click this one. We'll duplicate it. And look at that. We got 3 of them fitting now. So I got one of these guys here. Let's go ahead and right click on him and we duplicate. Tuck one here. See, this is fun. So right click again, duplicate this one. And then as you can see, I think we got a pretty full on up gang sheet here. Okay. So there you go. You design it, you put it all together, get it like you want it. All right. That's it. All right. Thank you guys for being here.